All right, what's going on today, guys? And today on the channel, we have a super special guest, me and Steven over here. So
What's
Steven's
up,
been my
guys?
client for almost, a little over 7 months now. And dude, he's had a crazy transformation. He had a really crazy transformation like right off the bat. And I'm really excited to get him on here and kind of show you guys like how he feels, the difference in lifestyle he's had, the time together that we've been working together and whatnot. But with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it right up to Steven. So like Steven, why don't you kind of share with everybody like kind of who you are, what you do for a living, and like kind of just give us a rundown on Steven.
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name is Steven, like you said. I'm 28, just turned 28. I'm a firefighter here in Texas, and so I have a pretty active lifestyle and a pretty busy schedule. And ever since joining Adam, he's been able to kind of help me guide my workouts and give me structure and meal plans and all that. So he's made it really easy, especially starting off when you don't know like what to do or like
Mhm.
how to begin or what's more important. He kind of like narrowed it all down and made it like easy for me. So that really helped out a
Mhm.
lot.
Absolutely, man. And like you put in the work, dude. Like I can't be more proud of the work you've done. I tell you all you guys, like you listen to you follow the plan, you're gonna see results. And like within like the first like, dude, in the first 6 weeks, like you got like shredded, like
Yeah,
really fast. Like
yeah, yeah.
just with a couple little bit of structure and strategy to like what you were eating. Kind of give me a rundown, like what were you doing before we kind of met?
Honestly, I was intuitively eating. Like if I felt like I wanted bread or carbs, I'll eat carbs. If I kind of gauge my protein by like, okay, how many times I eat protein today? I wasn't really weighing it. I was just kind of eyeballing things. Like, do I need more protein? Like, I don't know. I was just kind of guesstimating all the food I ate. And then for workouts, I would just kind of go by feel. Like I would go and like for chest, I wouldn't have a structure. I would just do flies, bench, the typical stuff, some dumbbell stuff, but that's about it. Like I wouldn't really know what to do. I just knew what exercises were meant for chest, and I just kind of do it randomly. What was open at the gym, and just do that. Like I never really had it down back to a T.
How long were you actually working out and like kind of tracking your food or like even eating too intuitively before we like actually met?
I wasn't tracking anything until you told me to start tracking. So that's all you, man. That's
Did you
all
did
you.
you
I
know
wasn't tracking.
did you know how to track food before we met?
A little bit. Like back when I was a teenager and I was like a chubby kid. I got like the my fitness pal, and I tracked and I put like what my goal was, and I just tracked based on calories. I didn't track based on macros or anything like that. So I'll eat. I can still eat shitty. Can I say shitty? Can I curse?
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you're gonna do
Okay, yeah, I can still, I'll still eat shitty, and but as long as I was within the calorie range, I was still losing weight, but I wasn't
it.
really improving much in the gym.
Hmm. How long do you think you were like probably stuck kind of like where you're at like with your progress in the gym and nutrition wise?
To be honest with you, man, I was probably stuck at the same strength and same physique for about like 4 or 5 years because I didn't take the gym that seriously. As long as I stayed fit,
Hmm.
like relatively fit and strong, what was my opinion strong for me, I was fine with
Hmm.
it. I never saw the gym as like, okay, like I want to up my strength or anything like that.
Hmm.
Which is probably a lazy mindset right now looking back at it. Like, why would you just want to go to the gym? I mean, I guess just for upkeep, but I wanted to, I guess I joined you because I really want to push my limit and see like the best version of myself. Like how far can I take this? That's
Hmm.
why, yeah, that's one reason I really wanted to join you.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's awesome, man. Like, it's been honestly a really pleasure working with you. Like, we actually got a couple workouts together, which is like super sick to kind of get to know you on like a more on a personal basis, and it's been a lot of fun, man. But like, I guess what was like the biggest type of information that was kind of like holding you back and like keeping you stuck for that 4 to 5 years, you think?
Honestly, I knew diet was a big factor, so that was a no brainer for me. But what kind of blew my mind was eating properly for your metabolism to adjust, and that
Hmm.
eating more actually made you lose weight, which you would think. But if you're eating more and you're intaking more calories, once you gain weight, I mean, I guess in theory, yeah, but when it comes to metabolic rate and how much you're burning, like you're partnering that up with the gym, it was mind blowing. Like I was eating more the first few weeks with you. Like you can ask my buddies. Like I'll be at work and I'll be eating like tuna and rice, and I'll be like, bro, I don't know if I can finish this. Like I would just scarf things down. It's like, man, this guy's making me eat so much, and they're like, man, and they would push me. They'd be like, you got to finish it, you got to eat it, and I would eat it, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like lose weight doing this. Like this is insane. And the next thing you know, I'm like hitting like all time lows while like getting stronger at the same time. It's crazy.
If I would
Yeah.
have told you like I guess like before we met like or like hey like right before we met and we started working together like hey like I'm gonna like because you at one point you were up like 14 or 1500 calories like we got you really high in calories too. If I would have told you you're gonna be losing weight eating more food when we first met, like what would you have told me?
I'll be like, oh man, like this guy's just trying to bulk me up. That's he just wants to be he just wants to be his experiment, dude. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's funny. And like, I guess like if there's somebody out there listening right now who's like starving themselves and they can't like lose weight and they're kind of like where you were for 4 to 5 years, what would you probably tell them?
Oh, I would tell them if you're starving yourself, and I learned this the hard way through you, uh, you're doing it completely wrong. Like starving yourself, you're just plateauing your body, you're shutting your body down, your metabolic rate down. Like you need to eat more to kickstart it, and you're gonna feel much better. You're gonna look better, you're
Mm,
gonna feel better, you're gonna gain strength in the gym. Cutting calories down to what, like 1,500, 1,800 calories is just starting off. Like you're not, and like especially for the average male who's like 5'9", I'm 5'6", and you made me eat a lot of calories. So imagine someone who's like the average male is like what 5'9", eating what like
mm.
1,800 calories, 1,500 calories, whatever you're on. Like you're not doing yourself any favors doing that. Like you got to eat more. You got to eat. You got to eat. You got to get your body used to eating food and like learning how to digest at a faster pace. It's
Mm.
going to benefit you in the long run, 100%.
Did you try any of that like in the past? Like when you tried to get like leaner, did you try cutting your calories? Or like I know a lot of people that I work with in the past have tried like the keto diets, like intermediate fast stuff like that. Did you ever try any of that?
Man, there's this documentary I saw on Netflix. It was, what was it? It came out like in 2019, 2020. It was like this documentary about warriors back in Rome, and it was all like cherry picked information, but they was pretty much saying like go vegan, like they didn't weren't eating meat, and they were strong. And look at cows and buffalo and horses, and they don't eat meat. And look how big they are. I was like, yeah, because they got like 4 or 5 stomachs, and we can't function the same way. So I tried everything from going vegan for a little bit, which sucked, to keto, no carb, to no fat, and ultimately it just made me hungry. Like if you starve yourself off one thing, either carbs or fats, you're just gonna want it more. Like anything in life, you're gonna want it more. So everything in moderation. Because I still eat fats, I still eat a hell amount of carbs, and I feel great. So doing all those fat diets, unless you medically need to for whatever reason, there's no reason to
Mm,
do a fat diet. Like if you're a normal functioning human being with like a normal functioning
mm.
um, digestive system, like you're fine. You don't need to fall into any of those things.
Mhm. And you think that's the reason why you've seen unsustainable results for like, the major because like you're not somebody who's like just got in the gym. You've been in the gym for a while. Like, and
Yeah,
you're a lot like a lot of the guys I work with, like you guys have been in the gym. You not kind of know the basis of calories. You just need a little bit more structure with with both your training program and your macro plan, and like you just literally just take off like you did in like 6 weeks and got like super shredded, which is like it was insane to
bro. In
watch.
3 weeks, I got shredded too. Like in 3 weeks, I was like insane.
Yeah, and so I guess like my question is like, um, why don't you ever think that you saw sustainable results with those diets?
Because there's no guidance, man. I mean, you're just kind of eyeballing it. The average person, man, has a 9 to 5, doesn't really do a ton of research. Like your mental bandwidth can only sustain so much. So if you have a 9 to 5, kids, family, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, you're not going to be doing a ton of research on metabolic rate, on macros, and proper protein intake and proper caloric intake for where your goal is and where your body weight is, and BMIs and whatnot. So like the average person sees a documentary or just goes by word of mouth with someone else is trying. They're losing weight. Yeah, like you cut carbs. Yeah, you lose weight. You lose water weight. You'll feel like crap though. And then when you take carbs again, the next time you eat a bowl of pasta, you're gonna feel like crap because your body has like you're just gonna go into insulin shock. So like
Mm,
it's yeah, I think a lot of people are just don't have the proper guidance or education. That's not an insult. I mean, there's only so much you can learn. It's only so much
mm,
information you can handle, especially when the average person is busy. So
mm,
it definitely helps having someone like you that this is your bread and butter. and that can
Hmm.
go to you for this type of information, and you can guide them down the right path. Give them the information where it's, no pun intended, like easily digestible, and then have them run off with it.
Hmm.
I think that's
Hmm.
just what it is. I think, yeah.
Yeah, and like it was like a quick fix, like kind of gave you the strategies, gave you the process, and like I said, you took off. And like, how did you feel? Like, how are you feeling now that like you kind of got all the correct information, and you kind of like one are making like amazing freaking progress, not only in your like the way you look, but also in the gym as well. Like, how do you feel now?
Physically, I feel great. I get compliments, not from women, from the guys all the time. You know what I mean? It's like,
Mhm.
dude, like you're looking ripped. They call me like, what do they call me? They call me like Captain America and stuff like that. You know, because I'm like white dude, blue eyes, and so they mess around with me, call me Captain America. But physically, I feel great, man. Like if I compare myself to me just a year ago or 2 years ago, like incline dumbbell pressing like 90 pounds for reps, I'd be like, what, dude?
Mhm.
I wouldn't even look at the dumbbells from 16 above. Like I don't even know who's carrying those. Like, why would you want to carry those on the dumbbell rack? I say like 16 below. I'm like 16 above. Like that's, man, I'm gonna hurt my joints or some shit. Then I started pushing. I was like 90. You know, like one day I want to hit 100. You know, who knows? Or maybe that's just my ego talk. Maybe I don't need to. But physically, I feel great. I feel great about myself. And then mentally, I feel better, not because I feel better about how I look and feel physically, but also because it takes away a lot of the guesswork. Having a structure when it comes to the gym, I don't have to kind of look around and guess like what I feel, or like look around and kind of like decide I want to feel like doing next workout or next exercise, what I have to eat, like am I eating the right thing? Like it just takes a lot of the guesswork out, and it makes it much easier. You don't have to stress about things like that. You don't have to be overthinking it. It just puts it right there for you, and whether you follow it or not is up to you. Um, I follow it as best as I can. I mean, you've seen it.
Mhm.
I've had some days where I go over in fats or whatnot, but it just takes a lot of the stress off your shoulders.
Hmm. And like you
Yeah.
have a like, dude, you are a busy guy. Like you're crunched for time too. So like how
Yeah.
is it like one, I guess how is it learning all these new strategies, but also like learning these new strategies, but just having like kind of a layout of like, hey, let's just do this and you'll make progress. Like were you able to handle that pretty well with your like pretty busy job?
Yeah, yeah. It helps that in the app it tells you the rough estimate of how long a workout is going to last, so I can plan
Mhm.
about my day. But ultimately, I mean, look, man, I'm a busy guy, but I can dedicate an hour of my day sleeping. I can, or napping. I can dedicate an hour of my day watching TV, Netflix, playing video games. If you can just give an hour and a half with commute, depending what gym you go to of your day, like when there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, I'm busy. I have things to do, but even when I'm in the fire station, I'll get a workout in. If it's like, even if it's
Mhm.
my off day or rest day, I'll still try to get a workout because it's a full 24-hour shift. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So ultimately, it makes it easy for me for time management because it, like you said, it takes all the guesswork out. But when it comes to time, man, like there's no trainer. Even you're the best trainer I've seen. Even comparing to other online fitness trainers I've seen, and talking to my buddies who have other trainers, you're the best I've seen, pound for pound and for value. But at the end of the day, no trainer can force you to go to the gym. That has to come from you.
Mhm.
So when there's a will, there's a way. So if you really are about it, you make time for it. But the program definitely does help get that mental fatigue off of like, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. Like I don't know what I'm doing, and just like take out the guesswork.
Mhm. Would you say like going through the program, like you digested the information and would be able to do it pretty much yourself?
Is that bad to say yes? Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah,
think I've learned a lot from you, to the point like if you retired and
mhm.
I had to do it myself, I would be able to. I would kind of backtrack, look back at like the cycles I went through of calorie intakes, what my macros were, what the workouts were, and go from there. Like go from memory. Yeah, I can probably roughly do
Yeah.
it. Probably wouldn't be as calculated or as well as well
Yeah.
executed as you did it, but yeah, I learned a lot definitely from you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, my goal for every single one of you is to learn this so you can have it the rest of your life. Like, I would love to work with you until you're 80, but that's probably just unrealistic. I would
Yeah.
have to love you and leave you at some point. And so, like, my goal for every single one of you is to understand this process enough to be able to teach your kids it someday, right? Because it's your job as like as a man of the household to teach your wife, teach your kids about nutrition. And like this program is designed for you to do that. Like, it's not just a program that's going to say, hey, do this, and then I'll see you next week. Like, I make sure to like basically tell you like why we're doing what we're doing, right? Just for that exact reason, because I want you to digest this information and learn it. And so like yeah, my question was like how like did you learn a good amount from the program?
An incredible amount from the program, an incredible amount. To the point where if someone, even my girlfriend, to the point where if someone were to ask me, it's like, hey man, like I can't afford a trainer, or like I'm kind of embarrassed going to a trainer. Can you help me out? I'll probably be
Mm,
able to help them, like guaranteed help them, like the same way you helped me. I learned a boatload. Yeah, which
mm,
I will be able to pass down to kids. Like you're right. Like as the man in the house, you want to have financial wealth experience, and then even financial health experience, right? Because your body is also, you can treat it like a bank account. You know, you want to keep it afloat. You don't want to be in debt. You want to go into
mm,
the negatives. You don't want to just let yourself go and just be in debt to yourself, and you just lounge around, lose your strength, and lose the potential you
mm,
had. Because everyone's getting older. I'm getting older. I'm 2 years away from 30, man. And that's crazy to think, because I felt like I was 21 yesterday. And
mm,
having all this knowledge will not only help my family one day that I'll eventually have, but it'll help elongate my lifespan and their lifespan, make our lives better. Because
mm,
the better you feel about yourself, the better you are physically, you're just gonna have a better life.
mm.
So
Do you feel like this program has like or like me in this program has like helped you at work as well, like excel in the workspace?
definitely with mental obstacles, yeah, definitely.
Mm,
Because my work is physically demanding, but I already got through that training earlier. But it's also about pacing. It's about trusting the process. It's about trusting in yourself and facing yourself
mm,
in the mirror and saying, are you determined to go through with this? Are you going to put in the effort? Is the will there? Because the way is
mm,
there, but is the will there? So definitely, it really,
mm,
it being a program where you have a trainer that guides you, but it's not going to be hand holding you. Because at the end of the day, you have to show up to the gym. Really makes you face yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, are you like? It makes you face the person who you really are, even with the
mm,
trainer and all that, and even with all the guidance and all the information you're given, the meal plan, the workout plan, are you going to execute or are you not?
mm,
So it really tests your character being in a program like this.
mm. You feel like you develop like other skills outside of just like nutrition and training, like discipline, delayed gratification and stuff like that. Like you kind of feel like you've displayed and regurgitated good information around that.
Oh, definitely, 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 definitely. It really puts things into perspective when you want immediate results, which I honestly almost got with you. I almost got immediate results with like 3 to 6 weeks, which
Mhm.
is very fast, relatively speaking, on a time frame. But especially after the bulk, and when you've heard my complaints, it's like, oh, I feel like so full. Like I'm getting slightly stronger in the gym, but I just don't like the way I look when I'm bulking, because one, I'm short, and two, I just like being leaner and all that.
Mm,
It's gonna work out. It's gonna pay off in the long run. Even with the cut I'm doing
mm,
now, I'm already seeing the results from the slight cut that we're doing.
mm,
So the delayed gratification is definitely there.
mm. And dude, yeah, like I mean you followed the plan perfectly too, man. Like, you've been a great client to work with. You've been like literally just an absolute pleasure to work with, man. Like never had an issue with you. And you're exactly the type of guy that I love working with because not only that you're very dedicated, you know how to go to the gym, you've been eating clean before. You just need a little bit of structure, man, and you just take it and run, dude. You take it and run. Right. And I love that about you, man. And getting to know you in these last months that we've been working together, catching workouts with you here now and then. Like it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome. But like, how's it affected your relationship? You're still with your girl, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How's it affected your relationship?
Good, good. It's good, man. I mean, she liked the results. I mean, she liked me before, but who's gonna complain about your man looking sexy, you know? Um, but it almost got to a point where like I would just be with my girl, be like playfully flexing the mirror, like next to her, like with her, and she'd be like, "Babe, I hope you don't let it get to your head." I'm like, "You should be hyping me up. What do you mean getting to my head?" She's like, "Now that you look that good and stuff." So it's helped, maybe a little bit of jealousy, a little bit like protected, like I don't want any other girl seeing you or something like that. But yeah, man, it's helped, and it's helped me help her in the gym too. Give her more
That's
guidance,
awesome.
like knowing like how to break down a workout, like structure a workout plan too. Because
Dude.
she's been going to the gym with me too. So
Dude, that's awesome, and I'm really happy to hear that for you and your girl, man. It's amazing to like kind of like I said, I watch you like kind of guide her along that journey as well with the information you learn. But before like kind of wrap it up, if there's somebody like kind of lurking in the shadows watching this video and like they're kind of on the fence about making that step, because a lot of people are about making that step towards one like trusting someone they've probably seen on the internet, but like what would you kind of tell that person that's kind of watching this right now?
Man, take that leap of faith. Like I came across you. I'll tell them the story. I came across you after one of your bodybuilding shows. You were doing a reaction video to like a pastry, like a brownie or like a cookie.
Yeah, yeah.
And for some reason, I guess because you were painted orange, and people were like, "Oh, this guy's tacky painted orange, and he's eating a brownie." And I don't know what it was, man, but you were getting like not a lot, but you were getting some hate or like some like negative comments in the comment section for no reason. Like you weren't doing anything wrong, you weren't doing anything weird. You were eating a brownie, a much deserved brownie, because you were shredded after the bodybuilding workout, after the bodybuilding competition, and I just didn't get it. And so I put a comment saying something along the like, I don't know where you're getting so much hate, man, but like I think you look great or something along those lines. And then I looked at your Instagram page, your portfolio. I was like, you know what? Like I was already contemplating, like, especially getting out of the fire academy. Like, do I want to risk letting myself go back
Mm,
to how I was like maybe a year or two ago when I was like like overweight and not as strong, or do I want to keep my physical peak fitness and get better after the fire academy? So I took the leap of faith. I contacted you and I said, "Hey man, like I want to join." And then you
mm.
just embraced you accepted with open arms and you took me in under your wing and you created this monster, man. So if anyone's out there watching, I get it. I get it. You're there's the fitness industry is full of social media influencers. Everyone's trying to make it. Everyone seems to be posing, especially when it comes to the top of the top that you see on YouTube, on your YouTube feed, and on your For You pages on TikTok. But not everyone's like that. And I can attest that Adam is not like that because he's a genuine dude. He's worked out with me one on one when that wasn't even part of the program. He's just invited me over to work out with him. Like he's given me more than what I anticipated and what I expected from the program for free. And I'm not
Mm,
saying like take advantage of him. I'm just saying that he goes above and beyond for his clients. And if
mm,
you are second guessing it, but you really want to make a change in your life or you want to improve where you already are, and you think you need that little bit of help, I would say reach out to you, or if it's not you, reach out
mm.
to a personal trainer. But I would suggest you because you've literally within 3 weeks changed my physique to like where when I was looking at pictures, I was like, dude, I had never looked like that before. It was insane. So
Dude, that's awesome, man. And like I appreciate all those words, man. Like I said, it's been a pleasure working with you. And like, dude, it's just cool getting to know you, man. Like it's getting to know you on a deeper level. I mean, we went out and we got a bite to eat after our workout and kind of got to sit down and
yeah.
actually get to know each other a little bit more. But the thing is that like people will stay stuck like for a majority of their lives, like hating the way they look and never really making a real change, right? Just because they simply don't have the correct information to like make the progress that they want, right? And it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be me. And I'm not saying you need to join my program, but I'm saying that if like you're struggling, like it makes more sense to go out and try to ask someone who's done it before than trying the same things you have for years and not seeing results, right? Because at the end of the day, you need to help yourself. And you can either pay for information in two separate ways from somebody who's been doing it other like with other people and has done it themselves, or in your own way in the spending the time trying to do it, which is what I did. I spent, the time trying to figure it out myself. And now what I do for a living is teach people how to do it quicker than I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but anyways, like I will put the link to my Calendly for my one-on-one coaching application down below. You're more than welcome to sign up for a time. We'll jump on a call, see if we're a good fit to work together. If we are, we'll get you rocking. We'll get you in the community with all the guys and Steven in it as well. And that link will be down below in this description. But anyways, Steven, man, I can't appreciate you enough for jumping on the call today and kind of chatting it up with me. Like I said, dude, it's been such a pleasure working with you, dude. It's been such a pleasure to get to know you a little bit better. And I'm really excited to see kind of, how we progress in these next couple of weeks as well, because it's starting to get fun again for us. And I'm excited for you.
Yeah, me too,
So
man. It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a hell of a ride. We still have another like 5, 6 months left, so there's a lot of time left to dial it in, man. So I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Well, anyways, man, you have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you joining. And, let me know, like I said, if you ever need anything, I'm here for you, man.
Thank you, man. Of course. You too, man.